This article is dedicated to Professor Andreas, one of the most prominent photo artists of our time. The Cyprian Diamond Photographer has been bestowed with numerous awards and prestigious honors for his outstanding contribution in the field of creative photography. The other facet of Professor Andreas is his untiring effort to promote and propagating love, peace, and international friendship through pictorial photography. Photography is the scientific process to obtain a sketch with the help of light. It plays a significant role in every sphere of life, from application in scientific experiments, documentation of the saga of human life and tragedies, to creative expressions. Photography is omnipresent. Professional photographers earn their livelihood, amateur record their sweet memories, and artists use it to express their feelings. However, with the advancement of scientific and digital technology, the act of taking a picture has become quite easy. Every second man on the street has become a photographer, and even without elementary knowledge of photography, people are successfully participating in photography salons. But Professor Andreas belongs to a different league. He has an intrinsic ability to express his ideas and execute them in his own distinct style and admirable command over the medium. We know that there is a difference between a photo and a picture. A picture has some special quality which separates it from an ordinary photograph. I like to recapitulate a few words for the convenience of the audience. Photography excels in art only when it conveys the feeling and emotion of the artist. According to Aristotle, Greek philosopher, it is the idealized form of the artist. The artist carefully selects objects of this mundane world and present them in such a way that this mundane object acquire a whole new meaning, choosing the right subject, image, proportions, presentation, color, scheme, art technique, and above all, a message are prime consideration of artistic photography. Thus, a well-rounded picture should have a number of features such as good composition, use of appropriate color, technical perfection, theme, and above all, humanity, which moves the mind of the artist and the viewers. In Sanskrit, Andreou of means the mind is the controller of the senses. The mind drives them. The above point culminate in a sense of aesthetic pleasure in the mind of the artist and viewers, make a picture complete and enjoyable. This is the difference between a photographer with artistic blend and a snapshotter in general. Many times we even use different symbols to convey various inner meanings of the photograph so that the message of the photograph is easily understood in the minds of connoisseurs. Symbolism is also an important aspect in pictorial photography. Aesthetics of the image in the presence of that symbol influence the statement of the photograph or enable the image to evolve into a beautiful story. But is there really a difference between an artist and an ordinary person? Like ordinary people, the artists also go to the market with bags, tell stories, and watch games, read books, etc. So where is the difference? There is a difference. Many will say that the main tool of an artist is his eye, which is called Andreou of as already mentioned. The mind controls the senses. So what his eye sees is in the direction of the mind. We all know that Professor Andreas is a world-renowned artist in the arena of photography, who left no stone unturned to explore various branches of photography. Through his camera lens, an unfamiliar and unseen context of the known world has acquired a new look, a new meaning, and last but not the least, a beauty which has so long remained unnoticed. The commonplace becomes uncommon because it has taken up the hue, and that's where we meet the artist's mystical human heart, I don't think it would be irrelevant to try to highlight his humanity during today's global hype. We see that the seed of humanity is not only in Oishurjo, wealth, it also has the fragrance of very ordinary beauty. I don't have the good fortune to see all the pictures of Professor Andrews, but as chairman of Dandan Salon, I had the opportunity to go through quite a number of his pictures during last 2 decades and many other works published in international salon catalogs. However, from those it may be said that he is not only a great artist but also possesses a deep sensitive mind. He dwells upon all genres of photography. What distinguishes this renowned photographer in his clear and impressive work with his very sensitive soul reflecting in subject selection, use of computer-aided technology and thereby modifying those to a creative form. Portrait is a most fascinating genre in all forms of arts. Legendary artists of all media have created many masterpieces. Professor Andrews also has produced a number of masterpieces in women's portrait, both characteristics and experimental. His still life, travel photographs and experimental photographs all bear his insignia and are easily recognized amidst the chaos of thousand photographs. Following photographs will provide a flavor of his creation. Seeing and visualizing are two different aspects, though both involve human eye and brain. Man sees with his eyes but visualizes with his mind, more specifically with his sensitive mind. Therefore, is saying the mind knows more than the eyes see. When light falls on a subject, man can see it with one of his sensory organs, the eyes. But when he goes deep into the subject, he visualizes something with the eyes of his mind. No material barrier can stop his seeing the object. The artist visualizes the object with its qualities and impresses his mind most. This is also possible by keeping the eyelid closed or keeping the eyes covered. Only a true artist possesses that visionary power which is apparent from his picture, hands, eyes. Water everywhere, not a drop to drink. Food is what sustains life. This is the biological need, but man shall not live by bread alone. He also needs nourishment for his mind. The beauty in the picture among the crowns seems to be empathic for other children. So in spite of having plenty of food scattered around him, he cannot enjoy eating. His mind is perhaps hunting for other children who might be starving for food. This makes him unhappy and he cannot get the pleasure of eating although there is no dearth of food. Abundance for a selected few cannot make the society happy that rocks the mind of the child as well as the sensitive soul of the great artist Andrew. Among the crowds, a true artist can freely wander in different arenas of art, but be it a portrait or candid or purely creative form like a still life. Still life is a particular genre of visual art where the artist creates the whole setup by himself with the help of some inanimate objects according to his choice and imagination. In his artistic pursuit, Andrews proves his excellence of creativity through his picture White Harmony, where he plays with a smile but mystic display of color and light, while in his other picture one can find varied display of rich color. Here one finds the richness and simplicity using soft light, soft color and soft focusing. This not only proves the great mastery of the great artist Andrews over his perception of color harmony, but also his capability of using the right technique to bring out the essence of the theme and aesthetics. His portfolio, Hercules, for which he was awarded Master Distinction ISF Level 2, is a wonderful cohesive set of surrealist photography created by computer manipulation, simply by using dolls in one layer and blurred background on other layer to create fantasy and dream. Injustice, oppression, neglect, inequality in the society have always bothered him. The simplest sense of tender love would expose him to a new sense of human life. What he has always tried to propagate is love, peace and friendship through his artistic skills. Fear is my heart forever is the theme song of Fear composed by him.
Shelter I found in arms so wide, my love and friendship I couldn't hide. The light of love in my heart lives, it sings aloud and always gives. Fiat in my heart forever, friends and family together, bringing peace and ending never. Fiat in my heart, fiat in my heart forever, friends and family together, bringing peace and ending never. Fiat in my heart. Our images bring joy and peace. May this feeling never cease. On wings of doves may we all fly, illuminated in the sky. The light of love in my heart lives, it sings aloud and always gives. Fiat in my heart forever, friends and family together, bringing peace and ending never. Fiat in my heart, fiat in my heart forever, friends and family together, bringing peace and ending never. Fiat in my heart. Voices, hearts, and spirits one, let's light the way for years to come. Fiat in my heart forever, friends and family together, bringing peace and ending never. Fiat in my heart, fiat in my heart forever, friends and family together, bringing peace and ending never. Fiat in my heart.
In the midst of this great pandemic, when our normal life have come to a scratching halt and we struggle to fight the disease which have already claimed more than 8 lakhs life with no medicine in hands and no vaccine in near sight, we once again shall have to fall back upon fine arts to weather this trying time. We realize that to defeat the virus, we shall have to fight as one, and fine arts has the power to unite people from across the globe. Professor Andrews has written another song which he named Singing to Win the Virus, Fight to Win Coronavirus. The song has been sung and played by Constantinos Timings, who has also made a video on the song.
Fight to win, corona.
Professor Andrews has dedicated this song to FIA President Mr. Ricardo Busi and Mrs. Gino Trulli, the FIA liaison officer for USA. FIA has recognized this as their official song in the battle against COVID-19. The song reflects his sensitive mind and inspires us to unite true photography and propagate noble values, forgetting our differences in our fight to defeat the virus. Professor Andrews, a humanist to the core and an institution in himself, excelling as a teacher, a researcher, an administrator, an organizer, a propagator, and an artist. He was adjudged as the best professor in photography by Silk Road Youth Photography Competition under the FIA auspices in China in 2018. He is associated with many apex photographic bodies of the world. Chairman of PSGSPC, Vice President of Cyprus Photographic Society, representative of Cyprus and ambassador of love, peace and friendship in the World Photography Organization, Image Sans Frontline. It will be an injustice if I did not highlight about his honor and awards. Most of the salon photographers are well aware of that. The list is endless, so I am not mentioning all he has been bestowed with honors from many bodies, world bodies, of which EFIP Diamond 3, on EFIP, Triple Master, Phoenix ISF, Hercules ISF, Dolphin ISF, the only one recipient since 2015, RISF 10 are worth mentioning. Our organization, Photographic Assistant Unknown, also conferred him honorary fellowship of PhD, that is on a PhD, in 2017. He is recipient of more than 684 international awards and more than 15,000 acceptances. I sincerely congratulate my friend Professor Andrews and salute him. Let God bless him and contribute more for the cause of photography. May photography go a long way to bring peace and prosperity, tranquility, and foster international fraternity. Thank you all.